12 continued, still at the domains of the unqualified absolute. Into the paragraphs, the Aversa star students observe the grand universe and is surrounded by these ancestors of a series of starry and planetary clusters, which completely encircle the present inhabited creation of the concentric rings of the outer universes upon universes. The physicists of Uversa calculate that the energy of these matters of these outer and uncharted regions already equal many times in the total material mass and energy charge embraced in all 7 superuniverses. We are informed that the metamorphosis of the cosmic force in these outer space levels of the function of the paradise organizers, that we also know that the forces of an ancestral to those physical energies at the present activate the grand universe. The Oventron powers of directors, however, have nothing to do with these far distant realms, and neither are the energy movements therein discernibly connected with the power circuits of the organized and inhabited creation. We know very little of the significance of these tremendous phenomena of outer space and the greater creation in which the process of formation. We can only observe as its immensity, and we can discern the extent of its majesty and the dimensions of. Otherwise, we know as little or more in the realm and the astronomers of URANTIA. As far as we know, no material beings on the order of humans nor angels or spirit creatures exist in the outer rings of the nebulas of suns and planets. The distant domain is beyond the jurisdiction and administration of the superuniverse governments. Throughout Oventron, it is believed that a new type of creation is in process. A order of universe is destined to become a scene of future activities of assembling corps of first personality, and it is of their conjectures and are correct that the endless future may hold for you and all the same of the enthralling spectacles that the endless past has held for you, seniors and predecessors. 3. Universal gravity. All forms of force, energy, material mind, and thereof spiritual are alike subject to those that grasp the universal presences, which we call gravity. Personality also is responsive to the gravity and exclusive to the circuit there is of thus the exclusive Father, and is not exclusive or excluded from these other circuits. The universal Father is infinite and acts over all the absolute circuits of the Master Universe. Number 1, personality gravity of the universal Father. 2, the spirit gravity of the eternal Son. 3, the mind gravity of the conjoint actor. 4, the cosmic gravity of the Isle of Paradise. These 4 circuits are not related to the neither paradise force center, nor do neither force, energy, nor power circuits are absolute present circuits, and like God are independent of time and space. In this connection, it is interesting to record that certain observations made of Uversa during these recent millenniums by the corps of gravity researchers. This expert of the workers has arrived in the following conclusions regarding the different gravity systems of the Master Universe. Number 1, the physical gravity, having formulated and estimated the summation of the entire physical capacity of the grand universe. It is laboriously effected as a comparison of the finding of an estimated total of absolute gravity presence now operative These calculations indicate that the total gravity of action on the grand universe is the very small part of the estimated gravity in the pool of paradise, computed on the basis of the gravity response of the physical limits of universe matter. The investigators reached the amazing conclusion that the central universe and its surroundings, the 7 superuniverses that are present in the time-making use of only about 4 to 5% of the active functioning of the Paradise Absolute gravity grasp. In other words, at the present moment, and about 95% to the active cosmic gravity action of the Isle of Paradise commuted, this totality theory is engaged in controlling material systems beyond the borders of the present organized universes. These calculations all refer to the absolute gravity linear is absolute phenomena in which we computed only by knowing the actual paradise gravity. 2. Spiritual gravity. By the time techniques of estimation and calculation and researchers have explored the present research of the capacity of the spiritual gravity of the co-cooperation of solitary messengers and other spirit personalities have arrived at the summation of the active spirit and the gravity of the second source and center. And it is most instructive to note that to find out about the same value of the actual and functional service of the spirit gravity in the grand universe that they postulate and pet to totalize spirit gravity. In other words, at present time, practically the entire spirit gravity of the eternal Sun is computed on this theory of totality and observable as functioning in the grand universe. If these findings are dependable, we may conclude that the universe is now evolving in the outer space, that we are about the same, and the presence and present time and wholly non-spiritual as if it were true, and thus force satisfactorily explain why spirit-endowed beings are in possession of little or no information about the vast energy manifestations aside from knowing the fact of their physical existence.